trip you up. I think I'm going to trip you up. Why do they call a nose a nose?
What, are you going to blow your eyes? Makes sense to me.
All right.
Perfectly sensible.
Sir, what great inventors or discoverers you feel our civilization is most beholden to? People like Pasteur come to my mind, Columbus, Einstein.
He was good.
Who do you feel is one of the great contributors to our civilization as we know it today?
Jewish or anybody?
Anybody.
You left out Murray.
Murray?
Murray was a hell of an inventor, one of the big inventors.
What did he invent?
Fire.
Really?
Fire.
How did that come about? How did
He was standing under a tree.
Yes.
And came a big bolt of lightning, set the tree on fire, set Murray's beard and his clothes and his hair on fire. And he came running into the cave, all on fire. And I jumped up. I remember I leapt to my feet. And I said, "Get your marshmallows on your sticks! Hurry! Hurry!" And then we all rushed at Murray, but we were so greedy we put him out. Too many marshmallows. Put out Murray.
Well, you might have been unhappy, but I think Murray was probably
But
happy
that
about
was the first he invented.
He did invent it.
That was a very big invention.
What other inventors besides Murray?
Onan.
Onan?
Onan.
What did Onan invent?
Onan discovered himself.
Oh,
Very big invention.
Yes.
Yes.
I see. Yes,
I think he was falling and he grabbed onto himself and that's how he fell in love. You know?
I see. And he stayed with himself.
And he lived with himself and was in love.
Was he ostracized for being that way?
He was circumcised. I don't know.
No. I mean, was he shunned? Was he shunned for that?
Oh, yes, he was shunned because, you know, the Bible, it says they shall not
spill thy seed.
The seed of thy fruit on the ground.
That's
you know?
right. And also thou shalt be fruitful and multiply.
And he was fruitless and subtracting.
Yes,
you know?
that's right. So, but actually, what you're saying something is very interesting. Actually, because many guilts have been carried by many people because of Onan. He really was the inventor of masturbation.
Shut up. What's the matter with you?
What is that?
Teenagers are going to hear this.
Yes, well, the word masturbation
But
is...
you don't have to say
but
that.
in today's...
Don't say that word.
Well,
there are other
masturbation...
ways to imply. Could be oblique. Be subtle. Don't say it. Be smart.
Well, you know, that may be one of the... That may be one of the problems,
Can't you be
sir.
clever?
No, sir, that may be one of the problems that exist in the world today because we use euphemisms instead of saying masturbation.
Talk, get another question.
Okay. What things annoy you about our modern society? Now, many people feel that the thing that's most upsetting to them is that the individual rights, freedoms are being taken away.
Our rights, our freedoms.
You feel that
More important than that, they're taking away our smell.
Our what?
Our smells, our own individual smells.
How are they doing?
They have a spritz, they have a spray for everything. Under the arms, in the nose, in the crotch. You don't know who the hell you're talking to anymore.
You mean that we
they're
can't...
taken away with all these...
So you don't know the difference
You don't know the difference between men and women, between who's who. Everybody smells like a strawberry. You walk past a fruit stand, you get hot. What the hell is that?
I know, that's true. That's
no way to live.
upsetting.
You can't live your life that way.
That is upsetting.
Sure, it's ridiculous.
Yes. Do you avail yourself today of the modern miracle medicines?
I don't take drugs. I don't like drugs.
Don't use any drugs?
I don't use drugs.
So, well, what do you use instead of drugs? Or if you have some illness or a disease?
Fruits, the elixir of life.
You mean fruits can cure diseases?
Fruits. There's a fruit for any disease that mankind has
That's
had.
hard to believe.
Name the disease, I'll give you the fruit.
Really?
Absolutely.
Arterial sclerosis?
Bananas.
Bananas? Wow.
Bananas, because arteriosclerosis is hardening of the artery, you need something soft.
Yes.
Either bananas or a mushy pear. Either one will save you.
How about tuberculosis?
Tuberculosis.
TB.
Blueberries.
TB? How? Why?
They stain the tubercle bacteria, you find them, you kill them.
Blueberries. How about
Very good.
diarrhea?
Diarrhea, you gotta eat peaches.
Peaches?
Peaches are very good.
Any kind of peaches?
Oh, no. Not Alberta.
No, really?
No.
No.
The clean peaches.
Why? I know why.
They hold you together a little bit.
Sir, what do you consider the greatest medical discovery in the 2,000 years that you've lived to be? Would it be the advent of transplants of organs, the use of antibiotics, the heart-lung machine?
Liquid Prel.
Now, wait a minute. You equate that with the discovery of the heart-lung machine. I want it.
Okay, the heart-lung machine.
Yes.
It's in your medicine cabinet that falls out.
Yes.
It's gonna break.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, that's true. I'm not going to...
Well, no break.
Plastic.
Right. And what about the psychological psychological aspects.
What psychological? No, there's no
aspects
psychological aspect.
of liquid
It's
Prel.
a shampoo.
Get out of here. What's the matter with
It's
you?
more
Don't
than a
you-
shampoo.
Don't you see what it's doing?
What
It's
is-
bringing families together. A mother of 42 and a daughter of 16 are talking for the first time. Don't you see? Oh, Mom. Oh, Mom. Don't use too much. Oh, don't worry. It's concentrated. They talk to each other.
You mean that's the beginning?
Generation, bringing families together.
That's the beginning of a relationship.
Oh,
huh?
sure,
The
sure.
beginning of.
Entire families are being held together with liquid Prel. We owe a great debt to it, and it's green. If you put a pearl in it and hold it upside down, it goes very slow.
You obviously like that product.
I love it.
Sir, living through 2 centuries, I am just hoping that you have chronicled your life in biographies, autobiographies.
I never wrote any of my adventures.
You didn't write any of this down? That's so sad.
It's too... It's egotistical.
Oh, yes, but after you've lived more than 1,000 years, you should have realized you were very special and should have done some writing.
I did a little writing.
What kind?
A little poetry.
Poetry.
A little private poetry.
You are a romantic.
I love poetry.
Could you recite some
The
of your
shorthand of beauty. Poetry.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes, would you recite some of our
Well, I wrote it many years ago. I don't know if you'd understand it. You know.
Well, could you...
I'll take a shot. You want to hear?
Yes.
Nog, nog, McKellen bibad. Veluch matuch maluch metar.
That's a language I've never heard. It's not Hebrew.
You know Sanskrit?
It's no, I don't.
You know cuneiform?
No.
It's neither of those.
Oh well, what is it?
It's a very tough language.
What is it called? Does it have a name? That language?
Sand language. The sand.
The sand language.
Yes.
Well, we didn't understand it. It had a nice rhythm to it.
Yes.
Is there a translation? Is it a romantic
Yeah,
poem?
well, it is in English.
I guess all poems are
I could
basically.
say it to you in English if you want to hear it.
Well,
All the beauty,
It's true though that most poems.
all the gorgeousness, all the wonder of it
The romance.
is gone.
Yes, the romance of a language.
But I'll say it if you want to hear it
Yes.
in English.
Well, give us the best romantic
Okay.
translation you can.
Beans, the musical fruits. The more you eat, the more you do. That's
Oh, now, did you write that?
my best work.
All right. Well, I'm in a mood of hearing the old Hebraic chants that the shepherds and the people who sat on the hillside singing. Do you remember any of those chants?
No, I don't.
Sir, how did you dress back in the old days, 2,000 years ago? We see pictures on walls. The legend has it that the fig leaf was the first wearing apparel.
No.
The fig leaf wasn't. What did you wear before that?
And no. It was not the first apparel.
No?
No, sir.
What was?
The hat.
You mean
Hat
a
was
man wore a hat on his
The hat was
genitals?
not on his genitals. He didn't wear a hat on his genitals. He wore a hat on his head, like you're supposed to wear a hat.
Oh, but that wouldn't protect your genitals.
No, it's more important to protect the brain. Primitive man, he knew the brain. If God, in nature, intended that the genitals were more important than the brain, he would have put a skull over the genitals. We knew that. Now, let's face it. Look, we're all adults. Let's talk plain. What the hell do you care if somebody comes over and fools around with you and your genitals? What the hell do you care? What is it? It's a momentary thing, right?
Yes, but
It's there and it's gone,
but
right? But you don't want anybody coming over stroking your brains. You don't want that.
No.
But they'll scramble your brains, you'll write the wrong check out, you'll lose money. That's important. That stuff is important.